Right, hello everyone. I'm still here. I'm still around. I've just been doing my garden. There's so much information right now that I don't want to do a video. It's just not going to make sense either. I've had Tim messaging me like, "Are you okay? Where are you?" I'm here. I'm just trying to pull everything together. So many different timelines going on with me, and quite a lot of people close to me right now. And obviously, we want to apply for the hemp license and do a couple of things. So people are still healing. People are still healing. They're not ready for the full-on go yet. So yeah, down in my garden. Show you my garden's gone a bit nuts. I don't always film so great when I have this way, and I don't really know how to turn the camera around. But these are my beans. I've been sorting these out today. The carrots have gone pretty nuts. They're my potatoes. Over there, I should have dug them in the pit, but I didn't, and I kept putting the soil on top, so I've lost like all them branches coming out. Should have been potatoes in the ground, so I've lost them, even though they're from local farm shops. So next time I need to dig a bigger pit like my melons. These are my little peas, look. You see, they're really cute actually. With these little bits are like joining together on the floor. So not all of them are coming up. I planted loads. Still got my little crystals, my rose quartz. This is from U Temple. And then yeah, these are two types of carrots actually. This is one type here, and I had the seed tape in, and the seed tape, yeah, was like all down here, and the dogs jumped on it, so they moved it back, so you can see where some come from the seed tape. Whereas these carrots here, they were from seed. I grew separate and then put it in. So, but yeah, these beans are getting pretty big. These are the canes together. And then my spinach grew on these end bits as well, but it started to get eaten, so I picked it and ate it. I've just planted some more. You can see little spinach. These are the spinach. Most of it I've eaten now. The cauliflowers have been eaten, so they're not going to come up. I don't know, a couple are still growing, but I don't think they are. These are the leeks. And then these are the other pea plants, look. They're really pretty. I love these little bits here. It's really nice. So yeah, I've still got a few more to do. But the funny thing is, these were the ones that didn't grow up the top, because I was going to do some peas in the crate up the top by the house, and not even one dispersed. So these have all been like attaching to each other, like even to the beans. They've all been attaching through these bits. So you know, they have a consciousness where they knew they didn't want to grow, because obviously they didn't know they would survive, so they didn't disperse. This is what I was saying. But down here, all of it's come to life and gone a bit crazy. So yeah, quite cute. Nice little pieces of art. I didn't realise they were going to grow this long and need all this support, to be honest. I didn't know how they were going to grow really. I'm just experimenting, so I quite like it. It looks kind of cool, like little art piece. Most of the stuff I've had down here has been eaten and jumped on by the dogs. There was all lettuce in here, and it's all been eaten. It was all growing. The melon's doing pretty good. This was the melon. The other melon's been eaten. This melon's growing. I was going to get this out a bit bigger. So I've dug a pit for this with compost, because I thought the soil, it's alright now, it's damp, but when it goes a bit hotter, it goes hard. So the soil goes like rock. So to grow the melon, I put it in compost in a pit so it had more room to grow. And then yeah, my tomato plants have gone pretty crazy too. These are all my tomato plants. This one's absolutely massive now. It's like next to my head. So yeah, these are starting to ripen. Some of them are yellow, and then we've got bigger ones here, and then these ones here, and these ones here. I put 3 in this pot the other day. Obviously they're better, like, I'm trying not to use plastic. I don't like using plastic. But the clay pots like allow the plant to actually breathe, you know. They actually allow it to breathe. We've been laughing at this plant actually, 'cause I'll bring it in a little bit. It kept falling over till I got a proper bit to do it, because it just had 2 on it. So we said it was like top heady, like it had a pair of boobs, and it kept falling over on itself. But yeah, these ones, we've eaten a couple of this plant. So yes, everything is doing as it's supposed to. So yeah, I'm still here, and I feel like the timelines are really collapsing at the moment. I watched Fleur Burns' video yesterday, and she was saying about it, and talking to quite a few people today seem to be a bit scattered and not really know what's going on. And I do know that, like, obviously when you have a thought or you put a lot of energy into 2 separate things, those things still exist in other places, you know, and these things are starting to all like clap back into one being, into one thing. Because if we think about the earth and everything becoming one, then everything has to match the same frequency, really. So everything's going to have to collapse into itself, really, and then that makes a whole. But every energy that's coming in needs to be transmuted to make a whole. So yeah, everyone's going to start collapsing into themselves in certain ways. Like I've been feeling there's so many different parts of me that are like now changing, like collapsing onto each other. Like I felt like I wanted to do one thing, then felt like I wanted to do another thing, like different energies, you know, that I'd have to act out, you know, almost because of society. When we're younger, like you have to act a certain way when you're at work. You have to act a certain way when you're here, when you're there. That's all split energies, isn't it? Like that you have to act out when you're doing these things. So you know, they're all collapsing onto each other. So it's like I felt like I wanted to do one thing 1 minute, then do another thing another minute, and it's like all my energies are pulling, but as I'm sitting, they're like merging together. They're combining it into one, and then you can choose with all them energies how you transmute it. See, she agrees. She agrees. Gaia agrees. So yeah. I'm going to go now because I'm not doing a long video today, and I'm not doing loads of videos because all the stuff I want to say isn't going to make sense. So even Hans in my last video was like, my processing's hot. Yeah, well, if I did another video now, everyone's heads might explode, so I'm not going to do that right now. And I'll just show you my beautiful garden instead, because I've been spending a lot of time down here trying to sort all the stuff out. But yes, the weather's been a bit cray-cray, and it affects it a lot more up here where I am. Up here because I'm up in the hills, and like 500 people lost power here the other day, and when the winds and that do hit, it really hits up here quite hard. Like any weather changes hits up here quite hard. And I'm talking to quite a few of the farmers still as well. We are setting up things with the hemp licenses, and they're all starting to like proper wake up now. They're all starting to say things about what happens when the kids come off of what happens when the kids come off like all the tech. They're all addicted, because you know when you get notifications on Instagram and Facebook and all that kind of stuff, that is like giving the kids drug. It's dopamine. Yeah, dopamine is like from all the casinos and all that, and all the casinos and all that is all linked with all this what we're doing. Yeah, that's how they're money laundering, that's how they're sending large, they're just doing loads of things for all the casinos. They're probably all connected underground, and it's the love frequency, dopamine, and that would all be to do with, you know, what is it, shape and form. What is all the addictions to do with all that? Yeah, so the dopamine is the same when you're getting notifications and stuff on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. It's like giving you a rush, like doing a line of cocaine or whatever. just giving you the same hit, the same rush of energy. So when you're giving kids, you know, that are young, like technologies and all these addictive social media platforms and things where they're receiving energy from it, that would be as bad as giving them drugs, basically. So when we're going to take all this away, if the power, when, not exactly if, when the grid goes down, there is going to be like a severe hit of depression. So it's like we're opening up this thing, and then when the information comes out, we've got like, oh yeah, this is the way we can go. You know, so we're setting up like the alternative of the way we're going to go and the way things are going to be. So then we can shut down this one and open this one, because at the moment it's all running, and there's going to be problems if the grid goes down with, like the farmers are saying, with all the kids, with all the tech and all that, they're going to hit a depression. We need to actually put that energy somewhere else, and I've been saying this for ages. You know, the earth was showing me like the brain of everything, the internet like a brain, and then we're going to unplug that and plug it into the World Wide Web back into the earth. So it's like unplugging one brain of energy into another brain of energy, and this is what it is basically. It is. So yeah, here, come here. He keeps getting out down here. Come here, here, come here. He'll get shot if he goes over that fence. I don't think he's out today, but you naughty. You naughty. Alright, I've got to go.